Hello students, let's talk about what actually biology is. This will be the first video on my YouTube channel, that is BioQuest with Devanshu Shekar. On this channel we will be discussing about biology on a whole. We will be discussing biology class wise. So in this video we are going to talk about what are we going to study in biology of class 10th as per new CBSE syllabus. So first of all, biology. What biology is? Biology is study of bio, that is living organisms. These organisms can be plants, animals, bacteria. Let us regroup them in microorganisms. Biology is a branch of science in which we deal about living organisms. It is as simple as that. So, in this session, we are going to study about the microorganisms and the process that are being conducted by microorganisms, but of class 10th. So, in class 10th, it is a general biology. It is not very deep. It is not very detailed biology. It is not very detailed. It is not detailed. It is quite general. It is just sure. It is just sure. Nothing more, nothing less. So, why biology is necessary? First of all, biology has the most weightage in board examination of science. If we talk about science, it contains approximately 30 marks out of 80 in science. So it is a quite most weighted subject marks wise in science, and the subject is mostly factual and only requires an imaginative mind to understand, because biology of class 10th only requires facts. No numbers, not any mathematic correlation is required here. Only facts is required, and it can only be remembered and understand through imaginative mind. This is a very basic biology, and our main motto of NCERT is to make the kids ranging between 14th to 17th years, these teenagers, a bit aware about their basic functions of their body. Nothing more, nothing less. And this biology of class 10th will also help students to remove the social stigma around various topics like sex education, topics like menstrual cycle, topics like AIDS, that is AIDS, which is a STI, that is sexually transmitted infection. We don't get many people to talk about over these topics, so there are many other mottos that we all require. So let's come down to the main point. So now let's come to the topic. Class 10th biology contains 5 chapters, in which the first chapter is named as life process. In this chapter there will be 4 sections. 4 major sections will be there, which will have subtopics. The name of 4 sections will be: first, it will be nutrition. Second, it will be respiration. Third, it will be transportation. And fourth, it will be excretion. And every section will have many subtopics like nutrition. In this section we are going to talk about different type of nutrition, such as autotrophic and heterotrophic. Again, in autotrophic we are going to talk about photosynthesis and many other things. And in heterotrophic we are going to talk about holozoic, parasitic, and saprophytic. That's how we are going to conclude the nutrition section, and so on we will be doing with respiration, transportation, and excretion. And again, the second chapters come down to control and coordination. Here we are going to talk about the first, that is nervous system, and in the second part we are going to talk about endocrine system. Basically we are going to talk only about the control and coordination part. We are also going to talk about plant hormones, which are also known as phytohormones. We are going to talk about it sequentially, like it has been done in NCERT. I am just giving you an introduction. It is just an introduction video. I request everyone to watch this thoroughly, so as you will be enlightened what you are going to get through this whole session or this whole part. Third chapter is how do organism reproduce, in which we are going to talk about asexual reproduction, that is first type of reproduction, and sexual reproduction, that is second type of reproduction. In asexual reproduction we are going to talk about fission, budding, regeneration, fragmentation, spore formation, vegetative propagation, and the last one is tissue culture. And in sexual reproduction we are going to talk about flowering plant and the most complex animal, that is humans. And after completing this whole section we are going to talk about reproductive health, why it is needed, when it is needed, why do we need to talk about it, etc., etc. And fourth chapter will conclude with heredity, where we will talk about the infamous botanist Mr. Gregor John Mendel. and his 3 laws with 2 crosses. First, that is monohybrid cross, and second, that is dihybrid cross. And all 3 laws will be the first law, that will be first law of dominance, second will be law of segregation, third will be law of independent assortment. Then we will talk about sex determination, and the last topic we will deal with, that is blood groups. With this, we'll come to end of this chapter, and the last chapter of this whole session will be our environment. In this, we are going to talk about what environment is. First question will be, what is environment? Again, what are the components of environment? That will be ecosystem and its type. We'll talk about natural ecosystem, artificial ecosystem, then component of ecosystem, which will have biotic factors and abiotic factors, and we will deal about the many aspects of biotic and abiotic factors, which will include topics like food chain, food web, then it will include 10% law, it will include trophic level, etc, etc. Then on, we will move to waste management, with 3 R's method, which will include reduce, reuse and recycle. With this, we'll come to the end of class 10th biology, and we'll start biology chapter wise. I'm announcing this batch. I'm announcing this batch from 1st of December 2025, and it will be completed by 15th of January 2025. Some rules are stated. First, I'll use bilingual tone, that will include English as well as Hindi. I'll also use the combination of two known as English Second, videos will be posted every alternate days by 8 p.m. in the evening. Notification will be shared in the community. About the same. Again, I request all of you to kindly like, share and subscribe my channel. Thank you.